Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go over my cat build. It's not quite complete yet. It's almost there, but I'm going to go over the pieces that will make this complete. I just haven't been able to find them yet. But this gives you a really good starting point to get your cap up there. This can beat all in-game content. It's pretty survivable, has pretty good healing, and does really good damage. So before we get into the build, I just want to go over something quick. Thanks for all the support, of course, over the last couple weeks here. If you guys haven't checked out the challenge update that I put out, make sure you go and check that out. It should be in the description right up here somewhere. But yeah, go check that out. It's goes over all the new challenges that I put out for this next 2 weeks that I'll do if we get a certain amount of subs. So make sure you check that out. And also, we did a live stream last week, or not last week, a couple days ago here. It was really good. Brought in a few players from the stream, played with them, stuff like that. It was really fun. So I'm planning on hopefully trying to do a live stream at least once a week. I might not be able to get it every week, but hoping to try to get it every week. So if you guys would like to come and join the live stream, I'm planning on probably posting a small, just a little short video. Probably like the day before I decide to go onto a live stream, so that it gives you guys a heads up when I'm going to do it. And on those live streams, what I'm going to do, if you're on PlayStation, you want to come in and play with me, I can help you out with your build. We can run you through any content that you would, if you're struggling with any content, we can run you through that. If you just want to play around and have fun, we can do that too. So yeah, that's sort of the update there. But let's get into the cat build. So first and foremost, as you can see my stats up here, we'll go into those a little bit later. These of course are not optimal. As you can see, my cap's only 140. If I level up all the gear, just it'd be a bit higher. The reason why I haven't leveled up all the gear is obviously because I'm missing some pieces, because I experiment around with a lot of stuff and level up pieces of gear. So anyway, we'll get into the first one here. So this build is sort of gear, like you need certain pieces of gear to make it work. But I'll go over it, and there's a bunch of different pieces that actually get these gear perks. So obviously with a cat build, you want to push into heroic rating and melee rating. I find that's the best way to run with cap, because Brooklyn Brawler is just so overpowered with cap, and that's sort of the only way to be able to run Captain America and stay alive with him. I tried a range build and dealt really good damage, but just never had enough survivability, so I switched over to more just keeping Brooklyn Brawler up all the time, and seems like that works a lot better. But anyhow, so going in here, so chance, the first one there, chance like combo finishers grant a damage buff. That's really important, because when you're in Brooklyn Brawler, it turns your square into a ranged, not even a range, it just turns it into a light combo finisher, but it scales off your heroic rating. So yes, that's really important, because that'll get you, I find it almost guarantees you getting the combo finisher, almost guarantees you getting the damage buff every time you throw the combo finisher, so you always have your damage buff up while Brooklyn Brawler is important. Well, Brooklyn Brawler is up, which is really important. So secondly, I'm going with Pim. Now, I would prefer to be going with a different trait. I'll show you why after, when I get down to the bottom. As you can see, I pulled the exotic helmet, which really improves this build. Now, you don't need that to actually make the build work, but it does improve it quite substantially. But pretty much any stats effect you get will work. I'll just show you a couple pieces that when we get down to the chest and helmet, that makes this the trait where you want to sort of pick up that specific type. Now here, chance weak points grants a damage buff. So again, while we're throwing our shield, if we hit a weak point, we're having a chance of getting that damage buff, which Captain America does hit weak points quite a bit. This is also for when you throw your shield, because usually when I go into a battle, I'll throw my shield, do the long charge up, which also deals cryo damage, which is going to slow down the enemy so that they're not so, you know, coming at you as crazy. This is good for large groups of minions when you first run in. But also, this is sort of a piece that you just want to sort of get that's going to increase your buffs the most, like, or not your buffs, but your traits up top the most. This is a piece that you want to get that's just going to increase those, your heroic rating and your melee rating the most out of anything. Um, Going into the chest piece, and that's where the thing starts to get crazy. Um, this is not my optimal chest piece. It sort of gives me the best traits. This is the chest piece I was running for a very long time. First and foremost, the first perk's not overly. Parrying attack gives you the charge boost for all heroics, which is nice. But right, increase the amount of particle damage by 20%. So you see up there signature attack. So the last attack of your signature attack, which is your combo finisher, is going to deal PIM damage. This is increasing your combo finishers by 20%. Really strong. It also ups that amount of PIM that you're getting. But what I would like to get here, there is a chest piece that you can buy from the store. I haven't found it yet. I haven't got it yet. That the very top piece there, you take off the Tachyon Surge. Tachyon Surge is very important for this build, but I have it on my chest piece or my helmet now. But there's a piece in the store that has the very top one. It releases the PIM payload. The PIM payload is actually very strong. It fully puts the enemy like fully shrinks them as soon as it hits them, and yeah, you're dealing extra damage as soon as PIM's up. So that would be the optimal piece that I would look for, but I have not found it yet. Now, Tachyon Surge is so overpowered. It's like crazy. Now, a Cap is not incredible because of he's only dealing it on his combo finisher, but this gives you a 50% damage boost on your combo finisher. And that's sort of what we're building around here, as you can tell. It's his combo finisher. So as soon as he does his 3 throws with the Brooklyn Brawler, then he does his last throw, which is the combo finisher. It deals crazy damage, and I'll show you guys that at the end of the video. But yeah, that's the chest piece there. Now the helmet. Now I just pulled this, and it's absolutely insane. So of course there's the Tachyon Surge there, so I don't need it up here because these do not stack. So that's why I said like I would like to change out this chest piece. Also up top, as you notice, this is an increased damage to plasma damage. Now plasma damage, in my opinion, is the most powerful perk out there. I have played around with it a bit now, and it is overpowered. So if I could get plasma for up here for the light combo finishers, that would make this build so much more stronger. Why? First of all, you're getting more healing off of plasma, and plasma deals really good damage and reduces the amount of damage that the enemy deals to you. So, very good. And then lastly there, the heroic charge boost for your assault heroic, which is good. It's a nice charge boost to get your heroic up. Now over here, like I said, you want to get your might up. So I have one for might, and I have one for valor. So this is sort of a to put between two. Now I have tried going straight 100% into heroic rating like valor. I find like your Brooklyn Brawler deals more damage, but as you know with Cap, you're dealing a lot of executes with him. That's how you're going to keep your Brooklyn Brawler up, and you just deal a whole lot. If you don't have no melee rating, those don't deal no damage, which you want them to be able to deal damage. So I find this is a good mix. Now obviously, if I had all my gear maxed out and probably a little bit more optimal things over here for the traits, this would be a bit higher. Probably my melee rating would be around the 2000-ish range, and my heroic rating would be around that 2200 range, which would be really nice. But this gives you sort of a guideline of how to go. Now, use the Tachyon. I was using this. You can use this one here, which is going to increase your critical while the damage boost is active, which you have a damage boost active quite a bit on this build, and you can deal a lot more damage to start as a single hit with this. The reason I switched over to this is because of that Tachyon Surge. Because this is giving you an additional 11% damage from all your status effects. Well, I already said over here, so from this chest piece you get an additional 20% damage from your attacks there. And the Tachyon Surge, which is going up all the time, because this is just literally every time you defeat an enemy you have a 17% chance. Well, you're defeating enemies all the time, so you pretty much have your Tachyon Surge up all the time. So that's a 50% increase. And then you got 11% increase over here. So it's just, as you can see, this just stacks up so much. But if you would like to, you can use this one. You don't need to use the Tachyon. So it's up to you which one you want to run on Cap. Um, the ring wouldn't be too bad either because he is producing a lot of orbs. And if you're in a situation that you only kill a few enemies, the ring can help you get up your Brooklyn Brawler quicker. So any of these three will work, but I just find the Tachyon works the best for this build right now. Let's go over into the skills. So all these, just again, you're gonna get them all. So over here, first for Rally Cry, I go with this one down here, which 25% for nearby members. So this is gonna give you that buff to all your team members, which is really nice. Over here, critical attack enemies marked with Rally Cry deal 15% stun damage, so again, more damage while Rally Cry is up. There's a few different ones you can really play around with in Rally Cry that sort of could play around, but the Rally Cry you can really play around with. Over here, Assault Heroic, I go with the 2 charges because I find it's a little bit more powerful just than throwing just one. You get those 2 off. I don't really use this ability a whole lot because obviously, like I said, Brooklyn Brawler's up so much of the time that it's really just this that you're hitting and this. You can throw your shield every once in a while, but it's not that important. So over here to Brooklyn Brawler. So this one here is probably the best. You perform the takedown while enemies are low health, which is obviously going to give you health back and give you that additional orb, because in your mastery you switch it to doing the charge up your heroic orbs. So that is probably the best one, but there's also one down here, which I think is this one. Light combo finishers deal guaranteed attack, critical attack damage. That one is really nice too, because I mean, every time you do your combo finisher, which I said we're stacking combo finishers, you're dealing so much damage. So either one of these, it's up to you. This is gonna help you out more so than this, I would find, but up to you between these two. They're both really strong. Over here, this is really the only one you want to go for, is takedowns. Increase Brooklyn Brawler's duration by 3 seconds. So that's why I said like this one. These two work really good together for keeping Brooklyn Brawler up, and that's where you're dealing all your damage. So yeah. Over here into the mastery. So here, increase the damage by 25% for light and heavy combo finishers. Again, we're stacking combo finisher damage. And this, increase your critical attack by 15% for light combo finishers. This is the takedowns. Creates a heroic orb, which is what you want. This is ranged, so nothing really. You sort of play around with these how you want to do it. I don't really use ranged a whole lot, so totally up to you in ranged. These ones here, again, like I said, we're just in Brooklyn Brawler so much, so shield block, whatever. Again, like any of these really, you could work. These are play around with them, see which one works the best for you. So now these do help because there is, in Captain America's kit, there is a defensive buff that you can put up and a offensive buff. You haven't played around with Cap a whole lot. It's when you hold your shield button down and you can hit square or triangle. Triangle gives you the offensive buff if you hit an enemy, and it's a chance, of course, to apply the offensive buff. And then the defensive buff is always it always goes up. So hit your shield button, hit square, he smashes the shield, he gets a defensive buff. This is going to keep Cap a bit more survivable, so that is sort of important to have. And again here, just play around with these, see which one works the best for you. Like I said, this build is all about Brooklyn Brawler, which most Cap builds are out there because it's really the only way to go with Cap at the moment. but this is really stacking your combo finisher damage on Brooklyn Brawler so that you can like just smash an enemy when you do a combo finisher to him. So that's sort of the build here, as you can see up here. Like 1500 attack, which is pretty good. Brawler, you have a pretty good critical damage, 250%. And yeah, a really good stun damage, which is really good with Cap because you want to stun them to be able to, well, kill them off, like to do your execute to kill them. So that's sort of it. Running really low armor, pretty low health on Cap. Again, Brooklyn Brawler, if you know what Brooklyn Brawler does, every time you hit someone with Brooklyn Brawler active, you're gaining health back. Not as bad as far as that goes. So yeah, this is sort of the build. We'll jump into some gameplay here. I'll show him off, how he works. And yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, here we go.
We'll need to hit the security checkpoint first and clear it out. Once you strike, you'll have to move
Cap
fast.
was definitely one of the hardest ones for me to
Everyone get in position.
Get geared up. I was just having some struggles figuring out which way to go with Cap, and to actually get the gear to make him strong enough to complete in-game content on the hardest difficulty.
Take him out. Roger that, Commander.
Chest with special resources close to your location.
Let's shake this up!
If this doesn't run away from me, I'll try. So, big damage when it comes to actually dealing that combo finisher. And then you take takedowns, which one part where Cap sort of struggles with is fighting larger enemies.
Don't look directly at the beam, kids!
Freaking teleporters. Over there going to? Seriously? I hate these freaking teleporters.
Well done. Our agents can take it from here.
I never got no takedowns there.
See if you can locate our stolen...
Oh, that'll do I.
supplies.
So change that out, trying something out on it.
Checkpoint A lockdown, Commander. All units, move in. Approaching position.
Should be why I never got no heroic
Heavy
orb.
security up ahead.
Then that's where you head first. Never thought I'd say that. You all right up there?
Several AIM units are guarding the area. They're transferring fuel to a nearby Quinjet. They're attempting to escape with some of the shield equipment.
You know what to do.
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
Bring the pain, people!
One down, two to go. Take five!
Alright, now let's go into our takedown. You can see you can just sort of like run around and do takedowns all day. Super fun.
Nice light working.
getting all your heroic orbs back. That's why I said like the ring can be very useful at times. Because you see, I picked up a ton of heroic cores, but yeah, his ability, like Brooklyn Brawler, still isn't up. So if you're fighting lower amounts of enemies, the ring can really increase the amount of enemies you actually have to kill to get Brooklyn Brawler to work properly, or to get it back up, I should say.
Avengers, charge! That's your last mistake. Got him.
With your head.
Hard attack.
Execute for days. So you don't really have a whole lot of issues surviving, and in hives you don't either, because of there is so many enemies in hives that as long as you're fighting enemies, Cap is really survivable. And he deals pretty good damage with the Brooklyn Brawler up. So yeah, where he sort of struggles is with boss fights. He deals good enough damage to actually fight against bosses, but he is going to struggle a bit more because he's not going to be able to do these executes, and he's not going to be able to keep his Brooklyn Brawler up going all the time. Although, if you can blitz the boss, and that's why I switch out the executes when you're fighting bosses to the guaranteed critical, so you deal a little bit more damage to the boss while you actually hit your Brooklyn Brawler the first time. That'll make you a bit stronger against bosses. Now, where in the world?
Whoa!
Okay.
AIM is retreating to the main
Don't
structure.
know where that last enemy went to.
Everyone heard that one. You gotta run him scared.
Their Quinjet is grounded. They've gathered the more valuable shield assets at a hangar nearby.
That was nice of them. Let's work for us.
Avengers! We figured you'd be doing Hill's dirty work.
Taskmaster's mercenaries.
What are they doing here?
Protecting the base, it seems.
Get rid of them.
Oh, Commander Hell, I don't want to survive here, you know.
Trouble here.
You guys won't even let me friggin' do my,
Wanna see all my weapons? Okay.
finisher. There it is.
Secret weapon!
Close ranks. Flies and nothing. Get back up. We'll keep them busy.
Cannot defeat me.
No!
You've got them down to one.
What does he do? That was a little bit of a close call, but
All hostiles accounted for.
like I said, he struggled a little bit
Nice
more
work,
against
everyone.
harder enemies,
Secure the
but
perimeter.
he can
Look
still
out for any
make it
stragglers.
work.
Thank you, Avengers. With this, we stand a
He
fighting
really
chance finally.
thrives
We're
in big
back,
groups of
Fury.
enemies where you can just constantly take them out. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.